Welcome back guys to the PvP build for the Necrom chapter. I'm on my Magicka one this time with something unique I would say. A pet Warden with Wild Guardian, the bear ultimate. Wild Guardian deals up to 3 attacks. The first one is a small bite, the second one is more stomp, and the third one is basically the ultimate, which deals an insane amount of single target damage. Deals bleed damage, means it also procs the hemorrhaging status effect. In 1-on-1s, extremely powerful, but kinda annoying to play in 1vx to be honest. It dies often since it's a targetable pet. The big advantage of Wild Guardian in 1vx situations is you have basically unique damage mitigation, right? Since it's targetable, often enough I see ultimates like Incap or shooting stars on my bear instead of hitting me, so really nice. But like I said, it dies often and has a cast time of 2.5 seconds. Kinda hard to play in 1vx situations, but still worth to use. For me the first time, and I'm really impressed, especially in 1-on-1s. Also setup wise, I'm using a set I've never used before. Griffin's Ferocity, second and third bonus crit chance, fourth one weapon damage. After dealing direct damage you gain minor force and minor expedition for 10 seconds, has no cooldown. Similar to Phoenix, gives critical damage, right? Which is super nice to play on a Warden since we don't have bar space for race against time. So minor force is missing 10% crit damage. We have a better skill with Bird of Prey, which basically gives us Mage Expedition, like Race Against Time, and is a snare removal, but on top it also gives minor Berserk, right? 5% extra flat damage just slotted, plus 4% extra crit damage with Advanced Species, the Warden passive. So it's way better than Race Against Time, but we lose the minor force, which we gain with Griffin's Ferocity. Very nice. Combined with Rallying Cry for a ton of crit resistance and weapon spell damage, Death Deals Feed is mythic, Master's Eye stuff still, and Magma Incarnate as filler. I'm by the way with 3 medium armor and 4 light armor, no heavy armor in this case. I prefer the extra penetration and the extra crit rate. Like this I'm at around, let me see, almost 40% crit rate on the back bar and 36% crit rate on the front bar. Why is it important? Because we are playing the Shadow Mundus for 11% extra crit damage. As Warden we have this juicy passive called Advanced Species. Increase your critical damage by 4% for each animal companion ability slot, in this case 16%. We could also boost this value by using Blue Betty on the front bar, like this, and Crystal Step on the back bar. Then we would have 20% extra crit damage. That's insane, especially with Griffin and Rallying Cry. We gain a ton of crit chance with the second and the third bonus, in this case here the fourth bonus. You can also put a heavy armor helmet if you want for extra tankiness. I prefer the extra pen and crit rate in this case. Traits I want 4 well fitted, only 2 sturdy and 1 reinforced chest for extra resistance, full prismatic glyphs of course, Julie fully fused for the extra healing, with 2 Magicka recovery glyphs and 1 spell damage. Definitely needed the 2 Magicka recovery glyphs, we don't have the Arcanist mono slotted. Master's Eye Staff in Sharpened with the Flame Damage enchant, and Backbar, Sword and Board with the Escapist Poisons. Why a Eye Staff? Simply because of mainly Glacial Presence, this Warden passive. Increase the damage of your Chill status effect by 800 flat. That's unbuffed. So the Chill status effect is basically like another proc set on a Warden. Especially if you can proc it over and over again with Frost Reach for example, which is a frost damage based over time ability. But also Arctic Blast, another dot, plus Crystal Slap. So we have 3 opportunities to proc the Chill status effect, which hits like a truck in a Warden. Talking about the skills, Fetcher Infection on the front bar, powerful dot, also applies minor wool, 5% more damage. Still Deep Fish of course for minor major breach, almost 9k penetration. Then Frost Reach is spammable. I prefer this one, costs less, has a 41 meters range, and applies a frost damage over time ability. If you prefer the other morph, go for it. The other morph applies Major Maim, if I remember correctly, 10% less damage for your target. Bird of Prey, like I said, our snare removal. Blue Betty for the Major Brutality and Sorcery buff, even purchase and gives us a ton of Magicka recovery. I prefer it on the back bar simply because of my playstyle. If you put it on the front bar you gain more damage. Crystal Slap, one of my favorite defensive skills, absorbs projectiles, deals damage and even stuns the enemy. Backbar, still Lotus Blossom, the longer morph, helps us for sustain and gives us Major Savagery 12% crit rate. Vega Seraph here, Ice Fortress resistance buff, which also gives minor protection, 5% damage reduction. Arctic Blast as burst here and CEC. Wild Guardian, we need to slot it on both bars, otherwise it doesn't work. Race not the best one. Best choice would be probably Breton or Dunmore, should be also fine. but this is also my Stamina Warden. Mundus like a Center Shadow for 11% more crit damage. If you want, you can go with the Arcanist here and then put another weapon and spell damage glyph on the jewelry. Clockwork Citrus Fillet is Buffood for the extra Magicka regen. We don't need also a Buffood in this case, we only have Vigor to sustain as a stamina ability. Attribute points, 34 points in HP and 30 Magicka. With minor toughness, we should be around 31 HP. Let me see real fast. Yes. And with Deathdeal's Feet and 30 stacks, around 34 HP. More than enough. Potions, the twice the potions. Against annoying eye blades, still detection potions. CPs, Biting Ore, Mastered Arm, Steady Aim and Ironclad. Red ones is Nipper Suffering, Paints Refuge, Slippery and Celebrity, same as usual. Combination. First of all, make sure that your bear is summoned. Otherwise you will just channel a 2.5 seconds ultimate. Then pre-buff yourself with Blue Betty, Blossom, Arctic Blast, Fortress and Crystal Slap. Start with Deep Fissure, Fetch Infection, Frost Reach into Bear. And then keep spamming Frost Reach. That's it with another PvP build. Thanks for watching, have a nice day and I see you hopefully in the next video. Peace.